So I guess you could say that this is me sending a video out to the Fix Cheap community, everybody who listens. So this is like my first video for this kind of stuff, so forgive the shoddy camera work. But there was a question about how to take apart these shifters for the YJs, and I've got mine apart, and while I'm here I'm going to go ahead and kind of give you a rundown, and then maybe you can figure out a better way to do this. But so what you've got in here, I'm going to see if I can get a good picture of this. You've got inside here a piece of sheet metal, it looks like, or a square tubing with 4 little detents, kind of like you see on a ratchet. They're like hemispheres, and it'd be better if I show you the other side. So let me go ahead and grab what I already busted out, the center here. So here you got the top of the shifter, or the bottom of the shifter handle, and the part where it goes in the ball joint where it goes into the top of the shift tower. And you can see there's these 4 little, I think they're counter bores, but they're more like a detent mark. They're like hemisphere cutouts. Anyway, so those lock into the sheet metal part in the bottom of the shifter. So the only way that I was able to get this apart, and you can see I did a little damage here, mostly because this thing's rusted, and I hit it with PB Blaster about a week ago, to go ahead and free things up. And what you can see is I'm essentially having to spread the metal apart. Let's see if I can do this here. And you can see there's no like relief. There's relief on some of these tabs actually. So it's like so the sheet metal essentially is, let me get this angle right. There's essentially a line cut down this corner and this corner. So you got something that's like folded, and then they essentially took the 2 halves that had 90s in them and folded them over to make that box. And so you can spread those 2 halves apart with like a bunch of screwdrivers, but essentially what I had to do was zip tie back the locking mechanism for the shifter itself. You can see kind of did that. And mine's a little worn out, but I think it's going to be okay to run. We'll find out. They're pretty easy to swap after, if you can find them. And then I wrapped it with some scouring material, kind of like a Scotch-Brite pad, and I clamped it sucker in my vise. And that was because I really had to beat on it. And then it was sitting in here like this, and the shifter hanging out the bottom here. And then I jammed screwdrivers into it, and then I was just beating the hell out of it with anything I could to get that thing down. So I would say that there is not a great trick other than brute force and ignorance, and of course I'm going to be filing down any burrs I left and then repainting everything. And all this is just so you can change out your shift boot seal. So thanks for all the work you do, and I appreciate all the videos. They've helped me a lot on my YJ. You can see it right here. I'm doing my tranny swap right now. I'm doing the bell housing swap to a 94, and here's my TJ grill on the front. A little bit of a poser, but but yeah, I hope this helps, and I'm glad to be able to hopefully give something back to you, because you've been a great help, so thank you.